All the people are coming and going, getting ready to...
Assalamu alaikum, I am Ramadan Mubarak, a grade 6 people from Daltha Academy. Today I'll be reading one of the most inspiring stories you've ever thought of, named Zach and His Good Intentions by J. Samuel. I hope you enjoyed this interesting story. What a terrible day, Zach thought as he stared out the window of his room. No matter how hard he tried, everything was going wrong. Zach looked at his sister Hannah, who was outside helping their mother in the garden. They were laughing and having fun. It's all Hannah's fault, he said to himself. Hannah and her good deed. Zach started thinking about all that happened that day. Zach had woken up to the smell of freshly baked chocolate chip cookies that morning. His father came into Zach's room and told him that they were going for swimming after lunch. Zach couldn't wait for the day to begin. He jumped out of bed and ran downstairs to the kitchen. "See you in a few minutes," Hannah said as she closed the kitchen door that led to the backyard patio. She was carrying a paper plate full of cookies. "Where's Hannah going?" Zach asked. "Hannah has decided to see how many good deeds she can do today. She's taking some cookies to Mrs. Wilson," Mama said. "Good deed? I can do that." Zach quickly put some cookies in a paper plate. "I'm taking this to Ahmad's house," he said as he left. Zach was so excited to earn a good deed that he started jumping down the street. The closer he got to Ahmad's house, the faster he went. By the time he reached the mailbox, he was running, and something terrible happened. Zach tripped on a bump in the sidewalk and lost his balance. His arms flailed wildly in the air as the cookies went flying. He fell and landed in a huge pile of dirt. The cookies scattered everywhere. "There goes that good deed," he said to himself. Zach walked through the kitchen door covered with dirt. The cookies were filthy and broken. "What happened to you?" asked his mother. "Things didn't go as I planned," Zach said, throwing the cookies in the trash can and heading upstairs to change his clothes. "Hannah, Zach, have you seen our cat, Miss Ginger?" their mother called Zach after he had dressed. "I haven't seen her since last night. I'll find her, Mama. It will be another good deed," Hannah said, dashing out of the front door. "Not if I find her first," Zach said, heading straight for the tree in the neighbor's yard. Here, Miss Ginger, Zach called out as he approached the neighbor's tree. He heard a familiar meow. The cat was high up in the tree and looked terrified. Zach reached his arm towards the cat, but the cat wouldn't budge. He started to climb the tree to get her. Then something terrible happened. "Yuck!" Zach screamed. He grabbed for a higher branch and stuck his hand into a big blob of sticky sap. When he quickly pulled out his hand away the sap, he got sap all over his face. His scream startled Miss Ginger so much that she scampered down the tree and headed straight for home. Zach jumped out of the tree and started to chase after the cat and tripped on a stone. "There you are, Miss Ginger," Hannah said, and picked up the cat and walked towards the house. Mama, I found Miss Ginger," Hannah said as she opened the door. "There goes that good deed," Zach said to himself, pulling a blade of grass out of his mouth. "Oh my," Zach's father said when he walked inside. "What happens? Things didn't go as I planned to," Zach said. "Baba, I had already done 2 good deeds today," Hannah said. "Good job, Hannah," said their father. "Why don't you do a 3rd good deed and pour me a glass of iced tea? I'll be in the patio reading a paper," he said, closing the kitchen door behind him. "Let me do," Zach said. Before he could say anything else, Hannah had poured their father a glass of iced tea and was out the door. Hannah, their mother called from upstairs. "Will you please water the front lawn? But first, please move the spring. I will do it, Zach answered, and left the house before she had finished her sentence. He turned the outdoor tap all the way on and went back inside. At least this is one good deed that Hannah can't ruin, he thought. Then something terrible happened. The kitchen door slammed open. Boom! Their father at the doorway, dripping water from head to toe. He held a soggy newspaper under his arm and a glass of watered iced tea in the other. Who gave me a sprinkler shower? Zach's father screamed. Sorry, Baba, Zach said. He started stomping up the stairs to his room. There goes that good deed. What a terrible day, Zach said as he stared out the window of his room. No matter how hard he tried, everything was going wrong. Zach looked at his sister Hannah, who was helping their mother in the garden. They were laughing and having fun. It's all Hannah's fault, he whispered to himself. Hannah and her good deeds. Zach decided to go outside. The sun was so hot, it had dried up all the water from the sprinkler. He plopped himself down onto a patio chair. Nothing was turning out as he planned. Hannah, would you hand me my gliding gloves? They are in the pocket of my sweater, Mom said. Hannah reached out of the pocket of her mother's sweater. I found the packet of gummy bears. May we eat them? Their mother hesitated first. Okay, share them with your brother. There are 4 for you and 4 for me, she said, giving the sweets to Zach. Hannah ate her 4 quickly. Zach chewed slowly. He wasn't very hungry. Mama, do you want my last gummy bear? I don't want it, Zach said sadly. I want it, Hannah said, while digging in the garden with a hand shovel. It would be a good deed, Zach thought for a moment. He hadn't had a good deed all day. Okay, you can have it. Zach started to hand out the last gummy bear to his sister. Then something terrible happened. Hannah pulled out the shovel and out of the ground to reach for the candy. A huge wet wriggly worm flew in the air and landed on top of Zach's head. And he shook his head frantically, ran his fingers through his hair to get it off. The gummy bear fell in the dirt. No one could eat it now. There goes that good deed, Zach said. I just can't get a good deed today, Zach said sadly. Mom smiled. But you did get a good deed. How can I get a good deed? I never gave my gummy bear to Hannah, but you intended to give it to her, their mother explained. And that's what counts. The Prophet Muhammad said that whoever intends to do a good deed but does not do it still gets a good deed for his or her intention. A big smile appeared on Zach's face. That means I've done 4 good deeds today. 1 for intending to give cookies to Ahmad's family, 1 for intending to bring Miss Ginger back home, 1 for intending to water the front lawn, and 1 for intending to give Hannah my last gummy bear. Is this a good deed? Their father yelled, running directly at them and waving the sprinkler in his hand. It's a hot day after all. Mama and Hannah screamed and ran inside the house. Zach ran straight towards his father. What a great day, Zach thought, even if things didn't go like I had planned. I guess you must have enjoyed these beautiful stories and its amazing lessons. Feel free to drop and share your comments on our social media platform. And yes, do not forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Till our next episode. Masalam!
People are so excited. Daddy's coming home soon. Hoping to see the moon. Hoping to catch a sight. everyone's so happy. Moon, moon, come out soon, we're off to see the Ramadan moon. Cloud shift, fog lift, city put out your light.